Never stop, forget it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top.
Yo, no, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want. I turn a business out of nothing into something I love. I got a poker face, but honestly, I'm not one to bluff. I flip a switch, never miss, man, I always stay up. Don't let them see you, bitch, always have a plan to stay tough. This life ahead of you ain't easy, it was built to be rough. But that's what makes a personality, is tragedy, bruh. So keep your head on your shoulders. Now we ain't out here moving rocks, we out here moving boulders. Now we ain't getting posterized, we out here making posters. And we ain't got nothing to hide, we move forward like soldiers. You better wake up for the pay stub, or you'll pay up. Don't make love to the game, bruh, fuck the game up. Change up, rearrange stuff to your greatness. Same us for the way up, play the game, bruh.
Never stop, forget it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top, yeah.
One, two, one, two. Yo, yo. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you people hear me now? I think the volume was okay. Cool. Sorry, folks. Sorry, but anyway, I have my guest here, Johnny Alonzo, great friend of mine, and I am so excited to speak to Johnny because it's been a while, and Johnny is always moving. This guy, I don't even know why he doesn't have any wings yet. Okay, he's gonna have to get a private jet because this guy is always moving. He just recently got back from New York, back to LA, and this guy's everywhere. I want to thank everyone that's tuning in right now. I know you guys didn't hear me earlier because my volume was down, but we're gonna bring Johnny up here. We're gonna talk to him and find out exactly what he got going on. He got so much things going on in his life, and let's find out what Johnny got going on. Please welcome my brother, my paisan, Johnny Alonzo, to the show.
Hey, man, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. How you doing?
Good to see you, man. I'm doing
Likewise.
well, man. I think we got an echo. But we're okay.
No, we don't have an echo. I can hear you fine.
Then it's on me. It's on me.
Oh. How you doing, Johnny? You look great.
Hey, thank you. So do you, Paisan. I'm doing well. I've been super busy. I mean, since the last time I saw you in Hollywood, so lots to catch up on, man.
Right. I've been catching up on some of your stuff that when I can, because I'm always everywhere and trying to catch up with everyone and see what everyone's doing. But I just recently saw you in Baltimore, and
yeah,
you was on Channel 13. And I was like, wow, Johnny's actually on Channel 13 on Baltimore. What was that all about?
Yeah, perfect. Good way to start this. Those interviews that I had in Baltimore on WJZ, CBS Channel 13, was for a premiere for a film that we have called The Haunting of Cottonwood. I shot that a while back, a year plus back, in Florida with director Michael McLaren, and one hell of an incredible cast. We'll go down on the breakdown on the cast later, but the movie, we had a screening, Paisan. We had a screening in Florida. Did very well. It was more like a private screening, so we got a lot of feedback. It was kind of like a test market screening. And then I told Michael I'd really like to do a screening in Baltimore because I kind of know a lot of people there. And So we had a great screening at this historic Senator Theater, and it was almost packed. I mean, it was almost sold out. It was super packed, and the screening went super well. And I know that Michael and Entourage have been working with a new distribution company called Distribution 101, I think out of the UK. And we got great distro for it. That's going to go global soon enough. There isn't an exact date when that's coming out, but that's going to be soon, man. I want you to see it. I wish you came down from Boston, Paisan. It would have been great to have you at the screening,
Yeah. Johnny, you move too fast for me.
Dude, I move too fast for me. What are you talking about, man?
That's awesome.
It was good. Yeah.
That's so. Tell me about the web series, Lowball.
Yeah. Oh. Okay, well, no, that's another film. We'll talk about the web series. The series is called Rosemary Street series. And I know you and I were talking about this earlier, Rosemary Street series. Again, that's a project that shoots in North Baltimore. And we have some brackish casting in there. We have one actress that came off of The Haunting of Cottonwood, Carson Jean Holly, that plays now in Rosemary Street. And I've been able to kind of lasso in a bunch of actors that I like to work with. And Rosemary Street, man, is just about life, life as we knew it. We all know our cities. We know our cities well. And, the news media is never very kind to our cities these days. We're trying to show people that there's, especially in the Northeast, every city's bad apparently. It gets worse as you go north. Yeah, but we know it's not like that.
Right.
So, Alana Moscat and myself have been putting together her script, her great vision for Rosemary Street, and we've got an incredible cast, man. I mean, I've got Perigita Bastolo, Kike Gomez, both from The Voice. I have, as I mentioned, Carson Jean Holly, who was in The Haunting of Cottonwood, and she's an up and coming. She's got a ton of stuff that's coming out, and she's working on stuff constantly. I have Paula Black, who plays my wife on the show, and we got some great starlets in this series, man. You're really gonna dig it. Great segue. Rosemary Street is going to be screening tomorrow. That's why I'm back here in Cali at the Los Angeles Web Fest, and we've been nominated for a few nominations for like best genre, I think. Best supporting actress, best supporting actor, and best music, best soundtrack.
Wow.
Which I kind of dig because, I mean, the music, bro, is very 80s sounding. In fact, my old band, The Unknown, we put a couple of our songs in the soundtrack. So I hope we win because if that's the case, kind of spotlights my band. But check it out, Paisan. Tomorrow is Friday. I'm so all over the place. After the LA Web Fest, I'm going to be banging down to Miami, literally. Yes. I think the Miami Web Fest ends around 9 or 10 o'clock at night. I'm taking a 4 a.m. bird from LAX down to Miami because we also got into the Miami Web Fest. And very excited about that because we got nominated for several things, including Best Actor Johnny Alonzo. So, let me just toot my own horn. I hope I nail it. But bro, the problem with getting nominated, now the pressure's on to win. That's the problem. So,
right.
And if I don't win, I don't win. It's all right. But I better win.
we might have to twist some arms around over there,
Oh, you and I. Well, we know enough people in the Northeast. We can make that happen.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. But it's going to be great. Brian, the CEO, the founder of the Miami Web Fest, he's a super cool guy, and they have some great filmmakers. I mean, incredible filmmakers at this Miami Fest. So it's a great time to network. Like I said, I'm going to be I'm in Mission Beach right now. I'm going to be in LA tomorrow and then Miami for a couple days. And then I might just do some R&R in Orlando. So, we'll see what gives. But getting back to all this, I want to backtrack to The Haunting of Cottonwood. That film is it's more of a dark drama. It's not a horror. It's more of a dark drama with a killer story. And it's got a great cast. I got to give a big shout out to my cast, to Michelle Procopio, Bailey Bonnet, Carson Jean Holly. That was my family on the show. In the movie, The Haunting of Cottonwood. You're going to love that movie, man. I mean, we got the trailer out there somewhere, man, and this trailer is killer. It's been getting a lot of attention, and it's been going up in the ranks on the IMDb. Now, segueing The Haunting of Cottonwood, let me talk about this other film that we've got called Crocodilus Mating Season. That's Stanley Palmacon. Yeah. Stanley's film we also shot in Florida. And it is a parody of the original Crocodilus, which was Michael McLaren's first film. But Crocodilus Mating Season, man, I can't give out the date, but I can tell you this, bro, in about a couple of weeks, I mean, it has great distribution. It's going to be global and worldwide, hitting all the platforms mid to late May. I'll let you know for sure, man. I want you to tune in. Yeah. I played this awesome character. Yeah, I played this character. He slayed the rock star. How badass is that, bro?
Johnny, you're a great actor. I've seen you in some of your trailers and stuff that you posted up and stuff. You're really good. You're really, really good at what you do. And you work with great people. I would love to see you a little out of your comfort zone. I would love to see you do like a Western movie.
Oh, well, you know what's funny? You want to see me in a Western. I'm in a Western movie.
Oh, you are. Okay.
Yeah, dude. Bro, I've been doing this shit for 400 years, man. I've been doing
I
this for a
know.
very long time. So yeah. So no, if you guys want to see me, I did 2 Western films. The most recent Western movie, and I suggest all of you take a look at it. It's on Tubi. It's on all the other ones.
Okay.
It's called Bill Tillman and the Outlaws.
Hold on,
And I
Bill.
played Big Joe. Bill
What is it?
Tillman.
Bill, hold on, Tillman.
Yeah, and the Outlaws. And it's got a star-studded cast of like yesteryear Western celebrities like Darby Hinton and Robert Carradine and who else was in it? Lana Wood. Lana Wood plays my mom. And dude, man, we got to ride horses. I got to shoot, 6-shooter. And dude, it was so rad. I mean, we worked on a set that was very much like a Tombstone, like the Tombstone Western soundstage.
Right.
And the movie did super well. The first Western I was in is called Day of the Gun with Eric Roberts and a bunch of other actors. And I play, dude, check it out. For me, this was one of the most challenging characters because my character didn't have any dialogue. He was very much like a Charlie Chaplin kind of silent character within a movie that had dialogue. It was not easy to relay, and to like perform without dialogue. I mean, I had to get my point across in my own way, very Chaplin-esque. And man, I mean, the study that I put in for that was a lot. But I thank Wayne Shipley, my director for that film. He believed in me, and he was like, Johnny, I know you can do this. And I'm like, well, thank you. I mean, that means a lot to me. And he's like, yeah, I gave you this role because no one else can do it. No one wanted to do it. So that's now it's your job to do this. So I said, okay. And I got so many awards and I got so many honorable mentions for playing this character, this Chaplin-esque character that was I'm almost like the black and white movie within a colored film. It's very, very cool, man. I'll send you some links later, bro.
Right. Johnny, what was when you was when you was younger, what was the show that you played in? I forgot the name of the show. You was younger though. Like when you first started.
Yeah, like what? Dawson's Creek.
Dawson's Creek. I was trying to remember. I said Dawson Creek. I said that's where I know Johnny from. Dawson Creek. Wow.
You know what's funny? What's funny, bro? And I'm gonna say this on your show.
Yes.
Dawson's Creek and One Tree Hill. Both of them have found a new generation of followers, and that's why my the notoriety's come back. Like Dawson's Creek used to be on the CW, which used to be called the WB, the Warner Brothers network.
Yes.
So once that petered out, and I had an amazing 9-episode recurring. I was on TV, man, on that show like every other Thursday night nationally. It was great. When they called that show off, the next show to follow it by the same writers was One Tree Hill, and by the time One Tree Hill came on, the Warner Brothers turned into the CW network. So I was and it goes down in history. I'm one of the original actors from the Dawson's Creek days that got over and was booked into a recurring character on One Tree Hill, the new CW network show. So I played Joey D on that show, and getting to my point, and I had maybe 8 episodes on that show. Getting to my point, Dawson's Creek is now on Netflix. One Tree Hill is now on HBO Max, and a whole new generation's watching my old TV shows or the shows that I was on. And I get tons of mail, man. My website gets tons of mail. That's half the reason why I can't answer my mail on Facebook, bro, because I get too much shit. I'm like, can't do it. But and people have to understand, because I'm the kind of guy that likes to reply back to everybody. I can't reply back to 10,000 messages. There's no way. But one, and it's great. OTH has what do you call it? They have a reunion show that's coming up late fall, and I got invited back on, so I'm going to be on.
Wow, really?
Yeah, I'm excited.
That's awesome.
Man,
that's awesome.
Yeah, bro.
I love that. That's awesome. Johnny, you've been casted for a whole lot of films that from what I see. I know you also like to direct your own films. What are you working on right now that you're working, that you're writing, that you're directing?
Sure. What am I directing and writing right now? A project called Sleep, and I've been failing miserably at it. The script sucks, man. It sucks. It's terrible. It's terrible. It's terrible. No, man. I've been blessed, bro. I'm co-directing with my, like I said, fearless partner in crime, Elena Moscat. She's one hell of a writer, incredible producer, and she's put together an amazing show, Rosemary Street series, with an amazing cast. I mean, it's great being able to help cast a show with actors that I truly believe in. And Elena taking a chance on some of them because she's never worked with them. And all of a sudden she's fallen in love with them because we've opened a new world for everybody. And our series, Rosemary Street series, we got into the Miami Web Fest. We got into LA Fest. We got into several big festivals, which I'm not allowed to say just yet what they are, but they're all in Europe. And one goes back, man. I mean, I can't wait. You know, I hope that some of our cast and crew are going to be able to make it over to this one in the Mediterranean. That's all I got to say, Paisan. You know yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm super stoked. Yeah, super stoked. Yeah, so we got that. I've helped direct on a few other projects. It's fun, you know. When I went to NYU, I learned. I took a lot of photography and video classes beyond the audition technique and all that jazz. And I learned that it really helped me out because composition's a big deal. You know, I kind of know what I look like now behind. Now, if I'm in front of the camera, I don't have to be behind it. I know exactly what they're looking for and what they need, which makes the job a lot easier for the director. When it comes to everything else, you know, casting, I always like working with my favorites, especially if I know that they're up and coming and they're aspiring or they're established. I mean, I like working with a lot of actors here in Hollywood that are constantly working like me. You know, I mean, you see me on social media. I'm never ending.
Never ending.
This is my job. This is my job. This is my job. So I will say that acting, you know, as an actor, we audition. We constantly audition and we constantly get rejected. But my thing is with that, you know, you just learn from that. You bring it to the next one. Your job is to audition at this level. Your job's not just to act. Your job's to audition. And then, you know, a lot of people in certain markets, and I'm not going to mention the markets, but they get so used to just be given a role. Well, that's great. You know, good for you working on those little projects, but come out to Los Angeles where you have to audition 4 to 5 times a week in person. And if you're not up to snuff, man, you know, you get your heart broken really quickly. So it's a hard industry. It's a hard one for sure. You know, it's a hard one.
Right. And I tell people that you know, all the time. It's, you know, people see when it's done, and it looks easy. It looks easy, but it's not easy. You know, the time you got to put in. You know, the time you got to put in, and if you get picked and you're one of the lead roles, you know, all the reading that you have to do and all the memorizing that you have, that's not easy. You know, it's not easy. Not just
that. I mean, no, dude, you're an actor. I've seen your work. You're brilliant. And, you know, and people don't realize that it's not just about memorization. You have to be able to bend. If the director says go in this direction, you got to go in that direction. You know, it's not easy. And you don't just do one take. You never do just one take. You know, it's ain't theater, man. This is film. It's dissected. So you need to have the mental strength and the mental stamina to do this. And you know, and it has to be something you really want, man, because if you know, that's when it shows. That's when your acting shines the most.
Right.
When people can say, God damn, you were so good in that. Well, it's because that's what that is you. You only have that one. And, you know, and then because if you say, I'm okay with that, and all of a sudden it comes out, it's going to be your ghost that's gonna haunt you for the rest of your days. You know?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Days of Sodom.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the Crow film, bro.
The
Working with
Crow.
Cody Falk. Yeah, good guy, man. I really enjoyed this character, and I
Yeah.
know that this film is yeah, it's caught a lot of fire, man. This thing's doing really well, man. It's yeah, it's not just smoke, it's on fire now. So
Yeah.
Cody's an incredible film director. He's also an amazing actor and talented writer. And for him to put this piece together, you know, anybody can put a film together, but I mean, to follow up from the original Crow movie, you better, you know, you're putting your balls on the line. You know, that's not an easy one to take. So,
Right.
when I was on set, total pro, wonderful location. I mean, we're talking like smoke machines with rain machines and lights and lightning and thunder. And it felt like I was in a Disney project. It was unbelievable. I was like, what is this? What is this?
Holy crap.
Like, yeah. And he was like, just act and do your thing, man. We got the rest. And yeah, man, my character, I mean, I love it when they give me a little bit of liberty to work on my character because, you know, it's film work.
Right.
You know, a lot of directors want their dialogue. And then you have the other directors that say, no, you have liberty to work on it. If it doesn't work, we'll go back to my original. Cody was one of those guys. He's like, let's try one my way. Let's try one your way. And then we'll meet in the middle on the third take. So
awesome.
I love working with Cody. Yeah, no, you're going to love that film, man. You're totally going to love it, bro.
Yeah. I can't wait. Yeah, I know Cody. Great guy. He's a great guy. Yeah. And I seen some of the clips he was posting up. I was like, this looks amazing, you know. And when I saw that you got casted, I said, oh my God. I said, oh my God, it's about to go down. It's about to go down.
Dude, it totally did. And Cody is he's also into martial arts, man. I mean, it's about acting's about movement, man. It's about being fluid like. You know, when I went to NYU, I mean, we were trained as stage actors. And this will segue me into Lowball, Steve Gilliland's film. My favorite actors are actors that still do theater. My favorite actors to work with are ones that know the ropes on a set, on a theater, stage. And from stage, if you can translate that fluid movement mentally into film, that's when it becomes real. You know, that's when it becomes interesting to watch. Because like you said earlier, I mean, anybody can memorize, man, you know, but cares about memorization, man. It's the way it's portrayed in the heightened reality of acting. That's what I always call it. And NYU taught me that. You know, I was a stage actor from the very beginning. And, you know, stage is this big. Film acting is this big. You know, they say stage acting is like a surgeon with a scalpel. Film acting is like a surgeon with a laser. You know, you got this much to work in that little, you know, in that camera lens. And I just love that. I mean, it's like packing a heavy punch, man, on film. So, yeah, I love working with theater actors that are film actors, which segues me to Lowball. You mentioned it earlier.
Yeah.
Lowball it's been written and it's going to be directed by Steve Gilliland, a dear old friend of mine back from Baltimore. And it's a very strong, dark script. I can't give away too much. I'm under NDA, but I can say that it does take place in 1987. It's a period piece, and the film, they've been casting. We did a nice casting call in the DMV. That's the Delaware, Maryland, Virginia area, looking for co-stars and supportings. And then he took it to New York City. Like, as you know, I was just there last week. We had to look at a bunch of actors, and the actors that we saw, I mean, there's a little bit of a different acting in New York City.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not saying that, you know, other markets don't take the acting seriously. It's just that New Yorkers have such a, they're very cutthroat. We like to be very, it's like my way, no other way. You shouldn't be in the room. I booked the job kind of attitude. And you know what, man? That's not being arrogant if you got the balls to work it. That's just being confident.
Yeah.
And because there's nothing worse than an actor that comes in, all flashy and cashy, saying, "Oh, I'm the greatest," and then they read and they suck.
Right.
Nobody's got time for that. No one's got
Right.
time for
Right.
that. Yeah, memorize your stuff and come in with an attitude, a spirit attitude, an attitude that shows professionalism,
Right.
and that you have something that the director can mold. You got to come in as pliable clay.
Right. Right.
Yeah, man. But this movie Lowball, bro, it's gonna be filming early to mid fall this year, and it's a dark story. It's a dark thriller. You're gonna love it, bro.
I'm gonna. And where's it being filmed?
Yeah, well, all over the place, man. I know that they
Okay.
got locations in Frostburg, Maryland. They got a lot of stuff in Baltimore City because the actual situation took place in Baltimore City. But there've also been questions about maybe doing some soundstage stuff. So, there's some sound stages in and around the area, the DMV. I know Philadelphia has got a great soundstage that I worked in when I did the movie What Death Leaves Behind. Huge soundstage. I mean, literally like the size of a football field. The place is incredible. Yeah. I'm not even kidding around, man. So that depth of field, man, it's unbelievable. But that's going to shoot. Yeah, Lowball is going to shoot pretty much in the Baltimore, Maryland surrounding area. There's a lot of stuff going on in the DMV, bro.
I see that. I see that. I have a friend of mine, director June DeGiso. He's from Virginia.
I know him. Yeah. I know him.
He's shooting stuff out there.
You tell him I said hello. What Master June, right? Master June.
Master June. Yes.
Yeah.
Good guy. I love June.
He's a good guy.
Yeah.
So do I, man. He's a hard worker. He likes to crank out his movies, and he's happy at what he does. I always tip my hat to anyone that's staying creative. As an artist, you got to stay creative. That's why I always play those acoustic videos, because when I'm not filming, or if I need to decompress after let's say 4 or 5 auditions after the week, I got to turn my head off, and it's very difficult for me. So as an artist, I got to find another creative release, and that's why I make those videos. Here's a story behind that. I used to do those acoustic videos just for myself. I didn't think anybody's going to want to watch any of that crap.
Right.
Yeah. Right. And an ex-girlfriend of mine a few years back saw one of them. She's like, this is really good. Why don't you just start posting them? And now I cannot not post them because everybody wants to see a new video. So,
right.
So, it's cool, man. But I do enjoy being artistically creative like that. I'm also, obviously I'm a musician, I'm a singer and a guitar player, but the money's where I work, and the money's in the filmmaking. So that's
right. That's right. So you got to stick to that. So tell me, how's your buddy Kevin? I seen him. He's on here somewhere. Kevin Wynn.
Kevin Wynn. That's my good brother. He's doing well. Thank you, man. In fact, Kevin met you when we were all hanging out in Hollywood together, if you remember.
Yes.
Yeah, the Halloween Hotness with Brian Sickoff, great guy, and Kevin's doing well. In fact, I think I'm going to be seeing Kevin this weekend in Miami for the Miami Web Fest when we get through our nominations. Hopefully, Best Actor Johnny Alonzo is going to win.
Oh, you're going to win. You're going to win.
I hope so, brother. I hope so. But like I said, it is however the chips. I'm fine with it. But Kevin's doing well. I think he just came off a job. I think it's in Panama or something. He just did something recently. He had a snake around his neck. And,
I've seen that. I seen that. I seen that.
Kevin, you're a braver man than me, man. That's all you.
I seen him. That's crazy. Man, and your other buddy, Irv Beck.
Oh, he's the best. Paisan. Irv, he's doing very well. We're doing a project. You met him at Halloween and Hollywood too.
Yes.
Irv Beck is doing great. He's we've been working on a project. We're keeping it still very close to our vest, the Chop Shop, and that's the Italian.
I love that. I can't wait to see that, because I
brother.
love the trunk part when you guys open the trunk and pull the guy. Yeah.
Pull the little guy, the fat little guy out. That's
Yeah.
hysterical. But I'm, no, bro. I got a role for you, Goomba. Don't worry. That's a project, man. But that's another one we're working on. But like things take time, and
Yes.
sometimes a script, if you don't want it shelved, you got to keep working at it. I mean, look how long it took Sylvester Stallone to make Rocky. It took him years. No one believed in him, and everybody wanted to buy the script and kick him out. And he goes, "Nope, it's me, and that's it." And thank God he stuck with it. 7 years, I think, of peddling that project.
Yeah.
So Chop Shop. That's another one. Becker's doing great. He's going to be on Rosemary Street as well as Kevin Wynn. Yeah, man. Like I said, I'm in a position now. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Thank you. I'm in a position where I can bring my favorites in, and guys that I know that I can trust, that can flank me or flank other actors on a set. And I already see them. Like, I've got this thing where I can see them already doing their dialogue, even if it's not exactly what the director wants. I see them performing, which solidifies the fact that I'm making the right decision, bringing them on set,
Right. And they're great guys. Kevin is something else. Irv is something else. I mean, his wife as well. And then,
it's wonderful.
That's when I met all you guys, and Shannon as well. Shannon, I ain't spoke to Shannon in a long time. I don't know how he's doing, but I'm pretty sure he's okay. But, it's amazing how, we met and we still good friends, and we still communicate. And, that means a lot to me, as Johnny. It does. It means a lot to me, that we can still be friends and still friends. And I enjoy watching you work and bringing in, your friends into projects. That's amazing. I mean, I see a lot of selfish people that want everything for themselves and want to shine on their own. And you're not like that. And you're something else. And I am honored to have known you, to know you, and you inspire me in a lot of ways.
Dude, that means a lot to me. Thank you, Paisan, because yes, there are a lot of selfish, greedy people, and they think it's all about them.
Yes.
I got news for those people. It ain't. It's just not about them.
It's not.
If anything, their career is the length of a short firecracker fuse. It doesn't last long. I've learned a long time ago that it's a community. Fratello, Paisan, it's a community. It's like,
yes,
you need to have others. You have that. You can be a sidekick to the lead. You can be the lead, and they'll be your sidekick next round. It's not a one-man show. It never is. Right. And anybody that thinks it's a one-man show, I got news for you, brother. It's not. It's just not, man. I was raised this way. I was raised to be I'm very generous. My family, my parents, thank you, bro. My mother and father have raised us where know what you're good at, study, be the best that you can be, and bring everybody close to you that you want to bring, keep the circle small. And what, my favorite saying is, keep the circle small and the smiles get bigger. That's right. One of my things for it. It's what it is. I don't need everybody else. Right. The only people I want to work with are the ones that I know that I can trust and that are right for the roles. And you always have to bring new people in. You gotta take a chance and bring in new people. But these other ones, man, the boisterous, the loudmouths, to hell with them, man. I don't need them. They need me. They need me more than I need them.
That's right.
And that's not being arrogant. That's just me telling you. They don't got what it takes, man. No, they don't. And you got to stay humble in this industry. And that means that, just know what you're good at. And like people say, stay in your lane. But I enjoy, dude, if I wouldn't have been in this industry this long if I didn't enjoy what I'm doing.
Yeah. And people can see it. I mean, people can see you enjoy it, you love it. When you're around the guys and you're on set, man, you have this glow and this smile like you're in heaven, and that's so dope.
I appreciate that, man. My agent calls that star quality.
Yes.
And a lot of people, we all have that to a degree. Some people don't know how much they have. That's the one thing. My agent's like, you really don't know, man. She goes, if I could bottle up your star quality, I'd make a mint off you. I'm like, well, I can make a mint off me by booking me in movies. But like some of these people that I've been hanging out with, working with lately, they know they have star quality. They just don't know how much. And yeah, I'm watching them progress and I'm watching them succeed and I'm digging it, man. And I'm happy to know them. That's the whole thing. I tell them I'm happy to know them. And that's what I want. And the ones that, hey, there's always going to be somebody out there that no longer wants to talk to you because they want to do their thing. Great. I don't worry myself with that. I don't. And I wish them the best. But like I said, man, you can't do it alone. In this industry, you need to have others to either work with, work opposite with, or work against. It's just, but try to be a leader. Try to be someone's inspiration. Try to be the influencer in a positive light. That's what casting directors look for that. Casting directors are always saying, yeah, man, he's got that thing. And that thing, you don't have to be the best actor, but if you can win the room with that thing, you got the job, man.
Yeah. Right. I've learned, Johnny, to be very, very patient, in this career. I have a project. I do have a project that I wrote. I got like 35 pages I wrote. And it's like going back to what you said with Sylvester Stallone that had it for like 7 years. I've had the script for maybe like 2, maybe 3 years. And I work on it. I got some people helping me turn it into a script. And it's a good story. Some of it based on true events, some of my history that I grew up in, and some other stuff. But it's
I'd be more than happy to read it and help you out, man.
Yeah. It's so, I'm just so busy with doing other things, and I've been casted for a TV series called Pagan.
Nice.
Yeah, and a few other projects that I'm working on. So you're right. You have to be humble and work hard at what you love to do. You know what I mean? And
well, that's the thing about being an actor, bro, is that you have to be in touch with your feelings. You have to be very vulnerable.
Right.
I know too many schmucks. I just want to play the bad guy. Get out of here. Here's my answer to that. You want to know something, Paisan? The best bad guy is the most sensitive actor on set.
Right.
Think about it. He's bad because he's got a lot of emotion. There's something going on with him. He's been hurt. That's why he's bad. But then these tough guys, I just want to be the bad guy. Hey, come on, man. Give me a break. You get it, man. Hey, speaking of bad guys, man, no, but a great guy. I think Terrell was going to be getting on with
this.
Yes. Is he in your studio?
No, I sent him a link. He didn't show up, but I was about to ask you that. Tell me about. It's called Split 2
Family Jewels.
What is about and what's your character in that movie?
Yeah, no worries, man. Great booking toward the end of pilot season. I've been auditioning a ton of pilot season this year. I did a pilot for NBC. We'll talk about that in a second. But I'm sure Terrell's watching this, so he'll probably.
Oh no, he just popped up on here.
There you go. I told him to watch this, so we'll bring him in a second. Split 2. Without me giving out too much, he can tell you a little bit about it.
Yeah.
When I read the script, bro, it's very 80s. Like 80s is a big thing again, man, especially here in Hollywood.
It's my days.
Paisan, come on, man. The best rock and roll.
The
best everything. Yeah, you know it, man. So
yes.
It's this story is a cross between Stand By Me from the 80s and the Goonies. And it's got a family, it's got like a family thing going on. What's the term I'm looking for? It's got a message,
Right.
and yeah, it's really circled around a bunch of teens. Teens from 13 to 18,
Right.
and I play kind of like he's almost a sage. I don't want to give away too much. He's like the
Right.
sage, and which kind of takes the wrong turn. But in the end, he's the one. He's like the know-it-all, the oracle kind of guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is not me on a regular basis. Believe me, man. Believe me, I'm not that guy. I don't know anything. But why don't we get Terrell out of your waiting room? Put him on.
Let's talk to Terrell, guys. Folks, please welcome Terrell to the show. Terrell, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing great. So,
yeah, I'm fine. Thank you for coming on here for the show with Johnny and I.
You're welcome.
Appreciate you. So, good. So, yeah. So I see, Terrell, you're a writer, director, producer. You do it all, brother. And I see you putting in the work. So, tell me a little bit about the story.
Well, story for Split. It's a continuation off from the first film that we did back in 2016. Okay. So the first film is actually an award-winning short film that we did, and it was basically just a story about three kids getting into shenanigans and things of that nature. But of course, the title, it's sort of like how would I say, it's a double entendre as far as separation. But of course, like there's also the urban legend where if you split a pole, then you get bad luck between your friends or family or whatever. So there's that thing that's going on. And then of course, with the sequel, I decided to just kind of, take a little bit of things that I wanted to do in the original film, such as like the mysticism and just sort of like building up the story as well as characters a little bit more, things of that nature too, so like it's sort of like similar to the same thing, like as far as like like teenagers get into shenanigans, but it's a little they actually get into a lot more trouble, to be honest with you. So I can't necessarily explain too much because I don't want to give too much away.
Right.
It's definitely going to be one of those type of I'm going to say this, it's an adventure family mystery type of film. So almost similar to Goonies, Stand By Me, like those type of films back then.
Yes, I love those.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't mean to cut you off, Terrell, but tell me how you get this guy here to the film. What made you want to bring Bison to this film? Did you know him before, or did you how did you guys connect?
Yeah, well, first and foremost, I met Johnny back in 2011 through my friend Patricia Randeros and Anthony Green, the director that's over there in DC. And I went to go see his film. I think it was a private screening, if I'm not mistaken, Coffin. So that's how I was able to.
It was my Coffin movie. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. During that time, and then of course, I saw his performance, and this is the time when I wasn't really in tune with my filming. I was in tune with writing and music,
right?
But at the time, I wasn't really into the filming aspect yet. But of course, I saw his performance. He did really well, and I loved it. I enjoyed this chemistry with Kevin Sorbo. The other actors are along with him and things of that nature too. But yeah, I've always wanted to work with Johnny. Since 2011, we've always wanted to go ahead and have jam sessions and such. Right. But we're actually we weren't able to do that. But now it's the perfect time that we're collaborating. So this is the reason why I wanted, because I've always wanted to work with Johnny, and I thought the role would actually be very fitting for his character as well too.
Right. So this character you picked for Johnny, why'd you pick Johnny to play this character?
Well, I mean, it's kind of going to the what he spoke about earlier,
right?
The bad guy, but no, it's more than that. It's not just guy per se. Yes and it's what Johnny said earlier. It's a sage type of oracle. It's a very, very ancient creature that's entrapped inside of This thing that you see behind me, basically.
Okay.
So it's there, like even the words "Te estamos vigilando," we're watching you. So it's like it's like very interesting. But it's like the same thing. It's like this song actually appeared inside the first film. So we didn't take advantage of it as far as like making the character come alive or anything like that.
Right.
Said to myself that, hey, you know what? Like, and here's the thing too. Like the kids from the previous film, they were actually pushing me to make a sequel because in the beginning I just wanted a standalone film, but they kept on saying like, oh, can we go on to do a sequel? Can we do a sequel to Split? And I was like saying, hey guys, it can be a standalone film. And it's like, why do you want to make a sequel? And they were saying, oh, well, we just want to go ahead and make a sequel so we can go and have end credit scenes like like the Marvel films. So they were like, because I did take them to go see Spider-Man Homecoming at the time. And I thought about it and I was like, okay, so if this is what I'm going to do, I'm definitely elements as far as like, the characters. It's definitely going to be a much darker turn, so to speak. But it's still going to be kid-friendly. So there's lots of comedy in it. Definitely some horror elements. It's nonetheless a family adventure.
Awesome. Awesome. So Johnny, like, you've been around, you've been in the industry for I don't know, 100 years.
300 years, man.
What have you, or no, let's rephrase that.
Okay.
What character would you like to play that you haven't played yet?
Oh wow, man. What a great question. You know what, man? I'd love to have a character where time's running out. One of those kind of like, not like a Jason Bourne kind of action adventure, but why not? Something of that nature where time is running out. I love what I've loved every project I've worked on. So don't get me wrong. Every one of them is phenomenal. I wouldn't have taken the job if I didn't want to work on it. But that's the one thing that I'm missing. Beat the clock kind of character, that has action, that has maybe espionage, that has a little bit of it has a little bit of a, I guess so. Like maybe it is kind of like a Bond type story, but I'd love to have something like that because, I mean, I've covered all subjects. I mean, I've done everything. I mean, in my career, and but that's the one thing that's missing. I'd love to do it like anybody else. I mean, who wouldn't want to travel abroad and shoot in exotic lands? I mean, that would be phenomenal. Yeah. But I want a story. I want a story where it's like you're saving someone or saving people, saving your family, saving your wife, kids. I don't care what it is, but you got to beat the clock because there's definitely something. That's something I want to work on next.
Wow. Something like Nikita, something like that, right?
There you go. Perfect.
She's amazing. Yeah, that's the perfect movie. I mean, I can see you playing, something like that. So
that would be sick.
Right? Yeah. It's amazing. The things that we think about in our heads and we put on paper, and then we put it out for the people to see, and when you see it live coming to life, man, it's a whole different thing. It's a whole different beast. Totally. And that's the amazing part of what we all do here as writers and actors, directors and stuff, is the finished product, of what we do. When you're sitting back and, and you're at the theater and you're sitting way at the end and you're just watching the crowd, react to your film. That's like the butter on the bread,
that's what I said earlier, man. What I said earlier was you got one shot, man. You never settle for less, man. You're like, oh, that takes fine. No, BS, man. If you don't feel good with it, or if it's not 100%, do it again. because once it hits final production, post production, that's it. And then you're stuck with that. And 10 years from now, 5 years from now, you're like, oh man, I should have redone that scene because I don't like that scene. And yeah, I don't settle for less. I mean, I always give 110% with every take. Every take. And then, so I know that when the director chooses either take 1, 2, or 19, I'm going to be okay with it. I'm going to be happy with it. Because if I'm happy with it, I know somebody else is going to be happy with it. But if I'm not happy with my performance, I can guarantee someone out there, many people out there are going to say, you suck. That was terrible. So you got to be very, that's why, this film industry is not easy. And working with Terrell, I'm very excited to work with Terrell because I've seen his work. And we've known each other for a while, like you said, but I've seen his work. And he is an actor's director. He has a vision. You always come in with a vision. You always come in with a script, a locked script where everybody memorizes and everybody has their thing and everything is great, ready to go. You have your vision as an actor when you get on set. It's going to change immediately because, the location that you're in, all of a sudden the room is what I like to call it, is not what was in your head. Terrell's the kind of guy that'd be like, okay, what do you see, man? Because this is what I see. If we can meet somewhere in the middle, we'll both be happy. And a director like Terrell saying that to me, it's going to make me want to work harder for him. And those are the kind of guys I like working with. So Terrell, I'm giving you props on that, bro.
I'll take my hat off for Terrell for you.
Yeah. So so my answer is this. So just make sure that you make me look good in your movie. That's all I got to say.
Like my whole demeanor of filming is all about art. That's number one. Number two is rhythm as well. So it's like both of us as musicians or whatever, especially like when it comes to the the screenwriting and such, it's like you have to kind of have like that comedic timing, for instance, or it's like a certain pace that you want to have. So it's like music, art, filming, it all works aligned with each other and things of that nature, and speaking of that, it's like it's interesting too because for the type of music that's actually going to be in this film, it's very exciting. So we have some Dominican music, dembo, like from my nephew. He made sure that he gave me some music, LVA Lobo, so that's his name. Michael Coles, like he got some interesting songs that's going to be featured in the film, including myself too. So like there's a couple of original songs that have actually you're already listed as far as the soundtrack for this particular film.
Right.
Like it's all about rhythm art,
Yeah. That's great. Hey Johnny, did you know Catherine COVID Pacino? Did you know her?
Yeah, of course. Yes.
Okay. She passed away recently.
Yeah, no, I know. It's sad. Yeah, it's a sad story. I met her twice in New York. Very, very nice. But yes, just recently passed away. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I thought.
Were you friends with her?
Oh, we best friends. That broke my heart. I was off the internet for like 2 weeks. I didn't want to hear nothing. I didn't take no calls. Look at my eyes. Look, I still got bags under my eyes.
Look at you, man.
Yeah.
I know. She was a wonderful spirit, man. Super wonderful woman.
Yeah, she was. So what's next? What's next for you, Johnny?
Like I said, man, I went from Mission Beach to Baltimore for that meeting, Crawl Space. We'll talk about that in a second. From Baltimore, I went to New York for Lowball, which we talked a little bit about. From New York, I came back here. Just had a couple auditions. I'm going to Los Angeles tomorrow for the LA Web Fest, and then Miami Saturday. Let's talk about Crawl. Yeah, and then after that, who knows, man? Maybe a bottle of whiskey and a bunch of something else to cool me out for the following week. I know that Crawl Space is a new film that's kind of on the slate with Michael McLaren, again, my friend, fellow director, writer, producer. Michael he fell in love with Baltimore City after our great Haunting of Cottonwood premiere, which Terrell, you made it.
It was a wonderful premiere. It was huge. Lots of people.
Thank you. It was huge, man. It was sick. I told you I know everybody in Baltimore. I just invited everyone. So I was like, just get your asses in the theater. Get your asses in the theater. We'll be good.
All right.
But Michael fell in love with Baltimore City, and the cobblestone streets, the gas lamp lights that we have still in certain sections of town, and the history. And this movie Crawl Space is it's really written, it's tailored, it's hand tailored, man, for this film. And this movie Crawl Space is a dark thriller. Of course, The Haunting of Cottonwood, we're putting that out first, and I want you to see that. You're gonna like it, Don Vic. But Crawl Space is gonna be, I think, shooting in 3 locations: Baltimore City, possibly Mystic, right near you, bro. We're Mystic, and then the other third of the film might be down in Florida. It's a manhunt. It's a cool story, and my character, without giving too much away, very, very, very in his head, very dark. Yeah, I tend to play a lot of those characters because I found a way. When Terrell mentioned how I worked with Kevin Sorbo, the mighty Kevin Sorbo. I'm a short guy, okay? Mm-hmm. Kevin's like 6'3". How am I going to be intimidating with this guy? How is this going to work? So I found a way.
Wow.
With the mask, and then of course changing my demeanor, and changing my voice, and changing the way I walk, and changing my cadence. I wouldn't speak typically like me. I changed everything. And even Kevin Sorbo said, bro, working with you, man, he goes, you're one hell of a character actor. He goes, I don't even see Johnny Alonzo anymore. I'm like, well, that means a lot, Kevin. He goes, yeah. He goes, you're going to get a lot of accolades from it, which I have. And the Coffin franchise did super well. So getting back to this this whole story of Crawl Space, this character that I'm playing, he's locked up in a 5-stage penitentiary. This guy he's a hardened criminal. He's tough. But the characters that will be flanking me, and all the other actors in the movie, I should say, the movie's not just about my character. Good cast. I mean, I'm not involved in the casting. I wish I was, because I don't think Michael chooses the best actors. I'm just going to say it like that. And Michael, if you're watching, yeah, you don't. I still love you, man, but you don't.
We're keeping it real here. We're keeping it real.
Yeah. I don't bullshit anybody.
Yeah,
man.
We're keeping it 100.
Keeping it real, man. But I will say that because just because you think you have a good actor, today's acting, you need to have influencers. You need to have people with a fan base. And I'm just going to say it flat. I have a fan base.
Yeah.
But, if you're going to flank other actors that have a fan base that don't have a fan base, well, it becomes diluted. And the film doesn't really get what it needs. Right. At least at least an ignition start.
Right.
Your distribution company does help immensely. But, why rely on somebody else, man? Let's rely on each other.
Yeah.
It's not always it's not a one-man show. Yeah, man. But Crawl Space is a dark story, man. It's nothing like he's done before, and I can tell you, it's gonna be cool. Some of the actors that he's pulled in already in the DMV, I've met some of them. I know them. A lot of them are like actor friends, and they're very they're right for the role. I don't know who he's cast in the New England area and or in the Florida regions. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I like the script. You're gonna love it too, Don Vic. Terrell, you're gonna love it too. It's great. It's a great story. Great story.
I can't wait. I can't wait for all these movies to come out. Because I love to watch movies, and and I like to give credit when credit's due. And Johnny, Johnny, I follow you a lot, and like I said, we know each other for a couple years now, and and you're besides being a great actor, you're a great guy overall.
Thank
You
you.
know, you're very
Thank you.
humble and
Great.
and likable. You know, and that means a lot when you're in the industry. You know, when you're humble and likable, people like and talk about you all the time. Like to do about me on my show, but anyway, right? Anybody, you know, but it's you know it's who you are. You know, you're not faking who you are. You're just you, and I admire that. You know,
Means a lot to me, man. Thank you,
and I know
Tyson.
you're gonna go places. You're gonna go places,
Hey.
far places, and I'm gonna be here to watch you grow because you've grown from when I saw you the first time I met you in Hollywood. You know, you know that's I was like, who's that guy there with the spiky hair? Like, that, that's Johnny Alonzo. I said, okay. I said, that's
Yeah.
a catchy name.
Yeah.
But
No, I remember. I remember it because when we went there, that was a great event.
yes,
And there were a lot of people. And then
yeah,
all of a sudden, yeah, Terrell, all of a sudden I see this guy walking up to me and I'm like, who the hell is this dude, man? He's like, he's been like waiting in line to talk to me. And then you mentioned you're like, I'm Don Vic. I'm like, of course your name's Don Vic. You're the Don. You're the Don. I love it. And we took photos. You, me, Shannon, Kevin
yeah,
Wynn, Herb Becker. We all did, and his lovely wife, Tina. We all did photos on top of the rooftop near Man's Chinese
yes.
Theater.
It was so beautiful.
And then it was a beautiful, beautiful networking. But there must have been 700 people at that thing.
Yes, yeah.
But I remember you telling me, you said, Paisan, please get in touch with me. I want to do an interview with you because I just looked you up. You've got so many credits on your IMDb.
Yeah.
And I'd love to have you on my program. And you and I have stayed friends ever since. And
yeah,
positive energy attracts positive energy, brothers.
all day,
You know,
all day.
all day,
Yeah.
man, all day. So
Yeah.
I'm happy to know you, man. I'm happy to know you.
Likewise, and you know, like I tell people, you know, I do my show, and I'm not here for the likes of viewings, man. It's the quality of people that I bring to my show.
Yeah,
That's what you know. You name it, they've probably been on my show. You know, that's what I go for. I don't care about having 100,000 people viewing my. I don't care about that. I want the quality of people that I meet. You know, great people that I meet in the industry, and I bring them on my show. You be amazed. You follow my show, you see the people that come on my show. You be like, holy crap! I didn't know. No. I didn't know you had this person on you. Yeah, of course. You know, my hands have reached, you know, a lot of people that've been in great films like Johnny and now Terrell, you know, great director. And, you know, I've had so many great people from Friday the 13th on here to you name it. They've been on the show.
I saw one of your interviews recently with a female writer, and she was what I can't remember her name, but she stopped acting. That might be her. She stopped acting for like 10 years or whatever. Then she got into writing, and it was such an interesting interview. I'll text you later because she was doing it from an open house. That's all I remember. And I was watching it on one of my flights, and I was like, look at Don Vic here, man, talking to her. And you really interview some people that, you know, that have like cool things. It's not just about acting. You know, it can be all walks of life, but you do, you know, the actors that you've pulled in and like some of the behind the scenes people like Terrell, the directors that you've been interviewing. Hats off to you, man, because you do know a lot of people. You do know a lot of people.
You know who I just had out to? I had James Strokes. James Strokes is an amazing guy. Yeah. James Strokes.
Yeah.
Because, you know, Johnny, as a kid, right? Terrell, as a kid, I always wanted to know who was behind the mask of Jason Boy. I always wanted to know. And
it was so elusive, right? Like
yes.
Really,
totally.
And I had him on the show. It was I was like, oh Jesus Christ. You know, I got James. You know, you know, I think what you guys are doing is great. Terrell, I know I just met you, but I'm definitely going to I'm going to bring you back on the show in a later time so we can talk more and know what you're doing, talk about some of your projects you've done in the past and what you're trying to create in the future. You know, I just wanted to bring you on here for a quick second with Johnny because Johnny wanted to bring you on here and talk about your film. And so I will reach out to you and I'll give you a date and time, bring you back on the show. That's why I haven't asked you any questions because I don't. I want to bring you back. So Johnny,
you
anything else you want to tell the viewers?
Yeah, just we can cap this off. Yeah, because I got a ton of things I got to do today this afternoon before Los Angeles Web Fest. Keep your eyes just keep your eyes peeled for these other projects that I mentioned. Crawl Space, Crocodilus Mating Season, the release coming up very shortly. The Haunting of Cottonwood, the other Michael McLaren project that I'm the male lead in with that amazing cast. Really, we've if Michael didn't put us together, we never would have. We wouldn't have the friendships that we have off this film. It's amazing. I mentioned all that. Of course, Terrell's project. Oh, Rosemary Street. Keep your eyes open for Rosemary Street because Elena Moscat's going to be doing a lot of casting soon. And I know that Lowball, Rosemary Street, and possibly one of the other projects that I mentioned earlier, you'll be able to find the big casting notices on Actors Access and Backstage. Lowball casting the movie Steve Gilliland's film. He received over 12,000 submissions.
Wow!
For about 9 different roles, and I'm just so happy that they're announcing some of the casting decisions for Lowball. These were all like the female primary leads that they needed to get out of the way before they cast everything else. But 12,000 roles. 12,000 submissions. Think about that. You got a lot of stacked up against you. So it's always nice to find the casting notices early. Keep your eyes peeled for all those projects. Rosemary Street, Lowball, Crawl Space, et cetera, et cetera. Actors Access, Backstage, CSA, Casting Services of America. Josie Peterson is the casting director for Lowball. And she alone, without the Backstage ad, she got, I think, almost 8,000 submissions just from her company alone.
Wow.
So, by the time, let's say I put a little casting notice out or say, hey, submit yourselves to one of these projects, that role is going to be a lot smaller than some of the stuff that comes out on the casting service breakdowns. But, I always say start at the top. Audition for the biggest role that you can possibly in any project. Because if they do like you, you're not right for that role, just go down and rung a couple here and there until you book. But if you audition for a day player and you're at the bottom of the last rung on the ladder, there's nowhere to go.
Right.
So always try to audition for the bigger roles first. And like I said, the bigger roles will be on Backstage, Actors Access, Casting 900, and CSA, Casting Services of America. If you're with an agent, she'll see the breakdown for one of these projects.
Right. Okay. And Johnny, whenever you got a trailer, you send it to me. I'm one of the biggest promoters. I promote everything. I promote you looking out the window. If I catch you, I promote it.
I know you do, man. I know, man.
So
I'll send stuff your way. I promise.
Yeah, definitely do. Yeah. And I'll definitely promote it on my platforms. And I do know a lot of also, but you probably doing, Jimmy Starr and you probably been on his show before. I'm not sure.
I have.
You have, or yeah. So, I also do that as well, Terrell. I connect my guests to other talk show hosts so they can get other platforms and other people to see who they are as well, not just my show.
So you're basically the plug then.
Yeah, I am the plug.
He is, man. He's the Godfather.
Yes, sir. So, I want to thank both of you guys for coming on the show. And Johnny, thank you. You're always welcome. This is your home. Anytime you want to come here, you want to promote anything, you want to talk about something, all you got to do is reach out to me. We'll make it happen. And then Terrell, I want to thank you for coming on the show. I know it was brief, but that's the reason why it was brief. You know what I mean? We're gonna bring you. I'm gonna give you a date. I want to thank Johnny for introducing us, and now you get an opportunity to get on the show and we talk to you as well. Johnny, I love you, man. You're my brother for life. You're my paisan.
I love you too, paisan. You're my paisan. Grats, man. Grats.
And Terrell,
I will be. Yeah, go ahead.
No, Terrell, I'll talk to you soon as well.
All right, will do. All right, appreciate it.
Go ahead, Johnny.
All right, so yeah, man. So yeah, we'll wrap up because, like I said, I got to get back up toward.
Okay.
I got to get up to LA tomorrow, but I'm gonna do this. I'll be once I get through these festivals, you and I will talk again, but we'll try to do maybe a live bit when we're on Terrell's set sometime in June. We haven't told anybody where it is. It's still very undisclosed. Our agents have tried to keep all this information on the wraps. Terrell knows. That's why we haven't said anything. But once we're clear to say something, Terrell will get a hold of you and maybe we can do something live from his set. Okay.
All right. That'll be awesome. So Terrell, where are you from? Baltimore?
No, actually, born in DC, raised in Maryland. So I guess you can say the DMV area.
Oh, DMV. Okay. I'm from Boston. I've been out there. Awesome. Okay. So thank you guys for coming on the show. Johnny, you already know you're my brother for life. T. I'll talk to you soon. And
all right.
I'll talk to you later.
All right.
Thanks, guys. It's good to see you both.
Right.
Take care, man.
Ciao. Yeah. All right, folks. That was Johnny Alonzo, Terrell Vernon, director, producer, writer. Johnny also director, producer, writer. Great guys. And I want to thank you guys for supporting them, supporting the show, supporting me. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate that. And remember to share, because sharing is caring. I will be bringing Terrell back to the show. I'm going to talk to him, see when we get some good dates to bring him back on the show. We can talk to him and find out some more about Terrell Vernon. All right, folks. So you guys have a great night. Thanks, YouTube, for watching. Thank everybody for watching. Thank you for the support. And for all you guys that are new here, thank you as well. And remember to subscribe on the YouTube channel. It's free subscription. And I'll talk to you guys soon. All right. And I'm going to leave y'all with peace, love, respect. Y'all already know the vibes. I'm out of here. Peace.
Never stop, I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top.
Yo, no, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I'll do it till I get what I want. I turn a business out of nothing into something I love. I got a poker face, but honestly, I'm not one to bluff. I flip a switch, never miss, man, I always stay up. Don't let them see you, bitch, always have a plan to stay tough. This life ahead of you ain't easy, it was built to be rough. But that's what makes a personality is tragedy, bruh. So keep your head on your shoulders. Now we ain't out here moving rocks, we out here moving boulders. Now we ain't getting posterized, we out here making posters. And we ain't got nothing to hide, we move forward like soldiers. You better wake up for the pay stub or you'll pay up. Don't make love to the game, bruh, fuck the game up. Change up, rearrange stuff to your greatness. Same us for the way up, play the game, bruh.
Never stop, I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't